this video I discuss and talk about forgiveness, and I've called it Forgiveness Sets You Free. And when you decide to forgive, that's exactly what it'll do. It'll set you free to live a life of positivity and happiness. If you want to know more, carry on and watch this video. Welcome to my channel. My name's Loraine and I help people live with passion, purpose and positivity. Let's dive right into this video. So I've named it Forgiveness Sets You Free, and that's exactly what I believe will happen once you decide to forgive that person that's wronged you. Because invariably something happens and in some way we think that we are punishing them by bearing grudges against them. And although we really feel justified about that thing that happened, and it might have been 10, 20, 30 years ago, and there's no way we're going to forgive them, there's no way we feel justified. The thing is, it doesn't hurt them, it hurts you. It's almost like saying you've got a snake, and with this snake you want to poison them, but the snake poisons you. That resentful, negative feelings poisons you. It's like contaminating your positivity. It infringes on your everyday happiness. And it doesn't necessarily mean because you forgive someone that you condone what's happened. No way. You're actually doing yourself a favour by forgiving that person that's wronged you. And a favourite teacher of mine who teaches forgiveness is Dr Wayne Dyer. He passed away a few years ago now. But in most of his books, he writes about forgiveness, and he believed that his purpose in life was to forgive. And he learnt in a very, very hard way, because when him and his two brothers were little, his mum had to bring them up on their own because the father was an alcoholic and he spent time in jail and he never had anything to do with his family. And Wayne never met his father, and he was so angry with him. And all through his young adult life and his childhood, he got resentful feelings about his dad. But then he had an epiphany one day. He decided to go to his dad's grave, and he broke down at his dad's grave and he forgave him. And from that moment onward, Wayne Dyer's life took off. It set him free from that resentment. And he's a great teacher of forgiveness. He's a great teacher in general, and I'm going to recommend a few books of his. And in most of his books he does talk about forgiveness, and how at the age of, I think it was 34 or something like that, he forgave his father and it set him free. So one of his main books, one which I really love, and the teachings are absolutely amazing, is The Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer. It is actually amazing, and he does talk about forgiveness, like I say, in most of his books. Another one of his books which is really, really good is Inspiration, Your Ultimate Calling. I will put links in the description below for these books, because if you want to learn forgiveness or want to learn about the power of intention and bring inspiration into your life, he's the guy to go for, because his teachings are absolutely amazing. He also has YouTube channels where he talks to people and everything, you know. So forgiveness, yeah, so it does, at the time it feels right, doesn't it? You know, that thing that they said, that thing that they did, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is, or one of your best friends, whoever it is, you feel like almost superior and noble that you're not forgiving them. And you talk to people about it, don't you? You say, oh, there's no way I'm forgiving them. And then people say, well, don't blame you, I wouldn't forgive them either. But it's not helping you. It's not helping you or your life to bear this grudge. And studies have shown that deep resentment and unforgiveness over long periods of time can cause really bad diseases like cancer and things like that. I don't think there's any proof at the moment to say that this is true, but it's worth bearing in mind that, you know, if you're thinking bad thoughts about someone or feeling resentful and unforgiving, it's going to affect your life in a big way, isn't it? It's you're not going to have an open, free, carefree, positive, fulfilling, satisfying life if your underlying vibration is unforgiveness. Like I said before, you're not saying to that person, you know, what you did was right and I'm forgiving you. No way you're saying that. You're doing it to set yourself free. And one of the ways which you can do it, which I think is quite effective, is to write a letter to the person. Not to send it, but just to write a letter to the person and say, "Dear Mum, you know, I know we had this argument and you said some really bad things, and I too said some bad things. But I want us to be friends again, and I do forgive you." And you could write it, you could burn it or keep it. And even that will help you in your path to having a more, more forgiving life. So you might agree with me, you might not, but that's my opinion on things. And I do forgive people easily. In fact, I don't really get offended by anything anybody says. I think, to me, being offended is saying your opinion of me is worth more than my opinion of me. And another famous thing by what Wayne Dyer says is, your opinion of me is none of my business. So whatever anyone's thinking of you or saying about you, that's up to them. You've got your own agenda. You've got your own thoughts and feelings on who you are and what your life's about. And that's a good thing to have in your life, I think. So if this video resonated with you, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification, because I do daily videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day. It's lovely and sunny here on this Sunday in UK. And blessings to you, my friends. Much love and namaste.